Acolytes, welcome. The Insanity of Just Stop Oil from Murasaki Juice. Now I also have to say the one thing. Thank you to Murasaki Juice. He left a comment that he likes the things that I add to the video. And I'm gonna be honest, Acolytes, I'm quite happy when I can add anything. Because I personally think that creators like Murasaki Juice deserve a lot more eyes on them. And you might say, well, reacting content, blah, blah. If you don't like it, it's fine. I understand why. But for me, it's more of a, well, relatively calming down moment that I want to share with my acolytes. And if I can add anything funny to the video that I am watching it, or anything entertaining, or extra information, I think that that's fair enough. And I can then, and I hope that I support people, the people that I'm watching the videos more, that I'm harming them. Because there will always be some bad in it, or good and bad in anything. But, as it is, thank you for hearing me out. Let's just start this beautiful disaster that Murasaki Juice will show us with Just Stop Oil. Oh, and if you want to hear what I think about Just Stop Oil, well, maybe they want to stop oil, but I don't want cars to stopping in the right moment, if you understand. And no, I am against violence. Oh no! Yeah, okay, I know what. Yeah.
Oh my god, I've been shot in the abdomen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my days. Sir, please try and remain calm. Remain calm? I've been fucking shot. What do you mean remain calm? Okay, please, sir, please just try and stay still. Oh god, you're not looking good here. God, nurse, how long to the hospital? I think I can see the Grim Reaper behind you. Jesus, how long till we get there? It feels like it's been almost an hour. I honestly don't know. It shouldn't be too long now. Jordan, how long till we get to the hospital? Yeah, I'm not too sure, Susan. We've been stuck in traffic for quite a while now. Traffic? Did you say we're stuck in traffic? We're a fucking ambulance, just sound the alarm. You see, I did do that, but there's a bunch of protesters in the road.
Yep.
I can't just run them over. Oh my god, you're joking.
Just stop oil! Just stop oil! Just stop oil! Just stop oil!
Yep, well, time to go. Oh, for fuck's sake.
By the way, he made it funny. But this stuff happened. Yes, really. That's why, as funny as it was as he made it, it's also true.
Just Stop Oil, an environmental activist group who are primarily focused on man-made climate change. And their main objective is to combat climate change in general, with the hopes of stopping the consumption of fossil fuels and preventing the production of oil. Hence the very creative name, Just Stop Oil. And if you look at it on the surface, these motivations seem somewhat rational, understandable, and even noble. I mean, the predicted effects of climate change are pretty fucking bad. And two of the most leading causes of it are greenhouse gases and oil consumption. So in turn, wanting people to cut back on these things isn't a bad idea and is actually a somewhat decent concept. But unfortunately, that's where my praises of these people come to an end.
Thank you for establishing it. Good. We went with the positives, it's out. By the way, freaking monsters. I'm sure he won't say it, but for F's sake, freaking monsters. Okay, I have to come
because that's all they are. A good concept. In execution, they are completely fucking brain dead, being one of the most hypocritical, unimpactful, and self-absorbed communities I have ever seen. Because truth be told, they don't do anything. They love to claim that they're making a difference and saving the planet and stopping climate change. But truth be told, they don't do anything any different from anyone else other than wear an orange t-shirt. Oh yeah, because that's helping the climate.
I disagree with him on this point. They are doing something different than anyone else because most of us normal people actually go to work. Most of those people don't. literally they would be better as freaking zombie servants than doing the stuff that they do.
Gave vegan activists a lot of shit a few weeks ago because they were being a bit silly, okay? Trying to save the animals by pissing off other people didn't really seem too effective, and forcing their diet onto other people is just fucking annoying. But I'd give them the title of second worst activist group because at least they believe in their cause. They actually want to make a difference even though it's in the worst fucking way possible. I give them some points for trying, I guess. But the people at Just Stop Oil are unfortunately not the sharpest tools in the shed. Because they want people to stop using oil, right? Okay, a bit of a fucking daunting task considering that 80% of transport uses oil, but okay. So then, how does this very intelligent activist group plan on stopping people from using oil? I sure do wonder what their first strategy into convincing the masses could possibly be. It better be persuasive because a shit ton of people use cars, so it better be good. Oh wow, quite convincing. They're standing in the middle of the road, which means we all need to stop using oil now. Fucking genius there. They are in fact so convincing that there is a man on video joining their side. He's even picking up the posters to hang them up himself. What a team player. And what an incredible way in changing people's minds. It is clearly working.
Yeah, of course. You know, Just Stop Oil did more damage to our freaking how's it called, economic zone than even I think China, because out of pure trots, I don't remember how it's in English, so out of pure spite, people will just drive extra miles just to piss those people off. And the freaking Staus, die verursacht, they actually cause, make way more damage than they will ever stop in their effing lifetime. And people actually got harmed, and that, yes, just because those fuckers don't give a single F. And I am not on a video, but I also had to remove one or two of those. It wasn't, well, they blocked me. I wanted to go from A to B. I was like, okay, good, this will take an hour. Don't care. But behind me was a freaking father with his child screaming his head off that his child must go to a doctor. And I said, okay, you're done. I actually sprayed color all over them. They went very quickly away. And nobody seen anything, so there's that. Even the police was like, hey, I didn't see shit.
Oh yes, they're saving the planet. Planting your fucking ass cheeks on the road is helping so much. Yeah, I mean, the climate is already looking great. These people are heroes, man. They're making such a positive change. Absolute knobs. What on God's green earth is the point? What is the fucking point? Honestly.
So they can feel better about themselves. That's the point.
What do you gain here? Nothing about this is noble. You're just a fucking twat.
Correctly.
Get out the way. You have no idea the circumstances or the urgency of these people's journeys. Why are you in the way? You're not helping in any way. The engine is still on. Oil is still being used. What is the fucking purpose? It's like watching a lower life form. They're so dumb. All you're doing is wasting everyone's time and wasting your own time. Okay, just fuck off. You're annoying. I hate.
No, their time is worthless. They are not wasting their own time. Only from people that the time off is actually worth something.
These self-righteous activist groups who love to push their agendas onto everyone else. Because I hate to say this, but we don't fucking care. We don't give a shit. We don't care about the chickens, and we don't care about Antarctica being a little bit hotter than last year. We just don't, okay?
Fair enough.
Most people just don't. And forcing people to care about it isn't gonna make them care, it's just gonna piss them off.
Correctly.
Inconveniencing the lives of others is pretty effective in pushing people away from your cause. There is
Yes.
no way you genuinely thought that standing in the middle of the road was an effective way into changing minds. Are you fucking serious? Oh well, I just missed the birth of my newborn child thanks to people standing in the middle of the road, so
Yeah, no,
might
I'm
as well
gonna
just stop
respect,
using oil,
yeah.
because that's how a normal human would react. It's like, what the fuck? What are you thinking, you idiot? Sorry, mate, but I don't think doing any of this is gonna make people stop using oil.
Yeah, fair enough.
So she has a baby in her car who needs to go to the hospital, and these people give no shit. They're like fucking zombies. There's not a single thought going on inside any of these heads. Now, if you ask me personally, right, she doesn't look too convinced, mate. I don't think she appreciates you lot standing in the middle of the road for no fucking reason. There is no reason. They can claim for it to be the production of oil, which it's fucking not, by the way, which I'll get into later, but just understand that it's not. But you're effectively endangering the life of a newborn child because it was a little bit hot last Sunday. It's like, are you that dumb? I'm not a violent individual, okay? I don't like to advocate for violence, but just run them over. Honestly, it's just natural selection.
Yep, my talk. I understand. I really understand.
At this point, no one with any form of common sense would stand in the middle of a highway, holding up a sign that's not even facing the right way. It's like they have the collective intellect of a fucking squirrel. I thought vegan activists were the worst of it. I didn't think you could possibly get any lower in terms of intelligence, but they've somehow done it. I'm impressed. Well done. They've achieved levels of intellect which I didn't even know existed. The bar just keeps getting lower and lower somehow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ich bin nicht mal an seinem Finger und das macht er mit Absicht, um aufmerksam zu machen. Gucken Sie mal, Jungs. Ja, aber das kann schon passieren. Ihr tut es zum Beispiel auch. Also da ist halt...
Now, as you can probably tell, I'm not German. I don't speak any German.
Oh, he basically just cried that they hurt him. And I'm gonna be honest. F him. A pussy. You literally just freaking stick your hand on it with glue and then you cry about it that somebody... I really wish that they just ripped his hand away and been like, hey, it is what it is.
But I do speak fluent idiot, and as we can visibly all see here, he is speaking it quite loudly. What a fucking donut. Look at this twat. Glued his hand to the fucking road so people couldn't drive on it. Don't even try and think about it, because the more you do, it genuinely starts to hurt. Trying to apply any logic or reasoning behind any of this is physically painful. Why? Why would you ever do this? So you decide to come home after a long day of whatever the fuck you do, go outside, get some glue, and stick your hand to the road?
Yes.
Fuck me. I'm not even gonna try and analyze that one.
You shouldn't.
Kaffee? Ich gebe Ihnen jetzt einen Kaffee, Leute. Hier. So. Trink deinen Kaffee, mein Lieber. Lass dich schmecken.
This is just further
Yeah, this guy just helped him. I don't understand why. I mean, you're just if you help those people, you are part of the problem.
evidence that we are undeniably evolving backwards. Like, no one 10 years ago would have thought of this dog shit. The fact that multiple people have done this and thought it was a good idea is mind-blowing. What would
I have to correct him. No, people actually thought about things like that, and there were things like that that actually have been done, but people kicked the shit out of them. Done.
What would you do if someone was driving a car and its brakes were broken, or was driving a heavy truck and they couldn't see you? You would be fucking dead, and you would have no one else to blame but yourself. You must
Correctly.
have a negative numbered IQ to think this is productive. Seriously, you're risking your life for absolutely no fucking reason.
Yes,
It must actually
exactly.
hurt being this dumb.
Vous voyez, c'est pas trop collé, c'est du goudron. Ça colle pas, monsieur, c'est solide, hein.
Ah, maman! Ah!
Oscar-winning performance, mate. Yeah, you know, this is starting to feel more like
Oh,
a self-righteous thing and less like a climate change thing. Because if your intentions were truly noble, then why the fuck would you fake having an injury from someone touching your hand? Surely you would want your cause and movement to stay as honest as possible. And,
Nah, not these days.
yeah. You could fuck off, mate. No one's buying it.
Wait, I'm not joking. My son needs to get to school. I need to get to move out the way. Move out the way now. I can't bring you there. I can't get there. My son is 11 and he needs to get to school. My son is 11. He needs to get to school and I need to get to work. So move out the way then.
I understand and I'm sorry, she says. Well,
No, you're
you
not.
don't. And no, you're not. Because if you was, then you just
Yes.
get out the fucking way. Jesus
Correctly.
Christ, how is this a hard concept? Like I said earlier, you will never know the context of the journey of these people. She said she's late for
Yes.
work and her son needs to get to school. By purposefully getting in the way of that, you're being an asshole. Just get out the fucking road.
Correct.
I don't see how these people function, honestly. This is convincing no one, this isn't productive, and you're just being a nuisance. My god, there is no way you genuinely think you're doing a good thing here.
Move out of the way and let me get my son to school. Let me get my son to school.
Yeah.
No way! Cars drive on the road? Whoa. You brainless nugget, you fucking donut, you missing chromosome cheese string. Get the fuck out the road. You can't go, ow, ow, ow. Oh, I hurt so much. Oh, the car is hitting me. When you are in the road. All this ow is your fault. The solution is standing up and taking one step to the right. There is no way these are human. Like, these can't be people. This has to be a lower life form. No one is this dumb. I refuse to believe anyone could be this dumb. Their
Oh, you
cause
would be
is to stop
surprised.
climate change and save the planet and save the fucking penguins or whatever, right? And it is a nice one, okay? It is a noble cause. But they have gone about it in quite literally the worst way possible. How the fuck is
Correctly.
this helping? Seriously, how is this helping? Physically stopping people from going to work or school or the literal hospital isn't a good thing. And they know what they're doing. They're fully aware of the negative effects of their actions. They just don't care. And that's where I have to come in and say that Just Stop Oil isn't about oil production. It's not about climate change. It's just a group of self-absorbed people going around saying, I'm doing the right thing. No,
Yep.
you're not. You're just pissing off and inconveniencing the lives of other people for no reason at all. But I'd even go a step further into saying that you're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. In your attempt of critiquing people for using oil in their everyday lives, you literally use oil to do it.
Yes. Correctly.
Now, first of all, this is illegal. Vandalism of a public building is a crime and isn't productive in stopping people from using oil, but let's ignore all of that because they're using spray paint. Fucking spray paint! I don't know if you know this, but considering that you thought this was a good idea, you clearly don't know much. But spray paint is made out of fucking oil.
I didn't think about that one. Thank you for the information. Well, fuck this. Now it's even dumber. What?
So they are promoting for everyone to stop using oil with the logo Just Stop Oil, as they literally use oil. Unbelievable. We will never truly know the pure genius behind these people.
No,
Their intellect is
I
just
don't
so
wanna.
far beyond our own, we can never understand.
Yes, fair enough.
Fucking
It's fine.
unreal.
It's-
But for
yes.
these very intelligent people, standing in the middle of the road just wasn't enough. Gluing your hand to a fucking asphalt
Yep.
and halting hundreds of lives just wasn't enough. They needed more. They needed more eyes. They needed more attention. Doing this just wasn't enough. I mean, jokes aside, it actually fucking wasn't. People started to genuinely drive through this bullshit. So instead, they decided to vandalize public property with orange fucking paint.
Yes.
And of course, they have no idea that this is made out of oil because they don't know anything. These are just empty skulls here. And trying to apply logic to anything they do is basically fucking impossible.
No, the thing is, they gonna excuse themselves like everybody that thinks like that does. They just gonna think, okay, I am doing this for a good cause, and some things just have to be done, so it actually can be done in a correct way. So a little bit of evil for a bigger amount of good. Yeah. This won't even do shit.
Because that really fucking helps. I mean, this is what I call productive. Orange paint on the roads. Lovely work, guys. That'll show them. Oh, God. But the paint isn't the only reason why these guys are hypocritical. Obviously, it's a bit fucking stupid, but they've never really proven themselves to be very bright in the first place. It's just, I don't think they understand just how ridiculous the claim of just stop oil is. Oil is used in the production of almost everything, from mechanical engineering to construction to electricity to the
Yes.
production of clothing and heat in your fucking houses and the
Aw.
production of
Bacon.
food. Literal food. In other words, dickhead, you use oil just as much as everyone else. You can't fucking morally grandstand when you do the same thing. You idiots are nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. If anything, you lot are worse. These lot are actually trying to use it productively and get somewhere. Whereas the people at Just Stop Oil waste oil all the time.
Amid an orange plume.
This enraged me so much. If some historical thing just gets destroyed by kurwa mać. Acolytes, this would be I would wish to just send my Benjis after them. Benjis, yeah.
Stonehenge became the latest victim of Just Stop Oil. An onlooker tries to tackle one of the protesters as paint is sprayed over 3 of the megaliths.
Wow. Just wow. For those of you guys who don't know, this is Stonehenge, and it is a historical landmark in the UK. I'm not going to give you guys a whole history lesson on it, but just know that this is a very big totem of respect in the southeast of England, with a lot of historical importance. And yet, these people have decided to put spray paint on it, because that's going to fucking help, isn't it? These brains have to be smooth as shit. There is no thoughts up there. Why would anyone think this is a good idea? You are actively making people upset. This movement can be boiled down to try and piss as many people off as possible. Because I'm sorry, but putting spray paint on historical artifacts isn't gonna change the climate. In fact, you're making it even worse because you're putting ungodly toxins in the atmosphere. Is anything these people do rational? My God.
Ugh.
2024 was the hottest year on record.
Oh no, it's a bit hot outside. Let's spray paint a grave. Sorry. What? What the fuck is wrong with these people? Look, okay, I get it.
Yes.
Climate change is very scary, whatever, right? Why would you spray paint a gravestone? How does this help your cause in any way? I mean, the guy's dead and you're spraying on his grave. I mean, he died in what, 1882? How the fuck did he contribute to climate change? And once again, you're using spray paint, you fucking dumb.
Everybody contributed negatively or positively to climate change. It depends. It doesn't. The year doesn't matter. I just want to correct him here. But of course, I'm not denying his effing point because, of course, what would it help those freaking dumb fucks?
Dumbass that has oil in it, and I promise you now, to get those t-shirts manufactured, you definitely used oil. These people are so unbelievably stupid, and this is the worst moral grandstand I have ever seen. Everyone uses oil. You are literally using oil in this clip, and spraying on someone's grave isn't gonna change that. If you really want to make a change, if you really want to help, if you really want to be heroes, then make an alternative to oil. Give us something else to use. Don't just run outside, stand in the road, spray paint historical artifacts and graves, and then just magically expect everyone to listen to you. That's just not how it works. Now, not a single thing they've done this far has made any sense. Honestly, trying to apply any logic to any of this is borderline self-harm. But now we're moving into negative levels of rationality. Because before they would vandalize public sectors and do this shit in public, but now they're going into enclosed venues, paying to get inside enclosed venues, and purposefully ruining the fun of people enjoying themselves inside. All in the name of climate change. Yeah, very fucking productive, mate.
Yeah.
Security?
Yeah, I don't think that's helping. Your attempt of spreading awareness is to ruin someone else's hard work. You're a fucking asshole. Pouring tomato soup on artwork in a museum isn't gonna help change people's minds. I'm sorry. Imagine spending hours on a painting just to have some random teenage girl with dyed hair throw soup on it. It's like, yeah, I'm not joining your fucking cause now, you dick. You're not virtuous. You're not doing a good thing here. This is a crime. This is illegal. But oh wait, no, she's alright because it's a bit sunny outside.
It's also stupid. It's also freaking stupid as fuck. Disrespectful.
Okay, no,
you forgot disrespectful.
What is worth more, art or life?
Oh, it's a bit dramatic, don't you think? I mean, it's not impossible to do both, you know.
Yeah, cool.
Is it worth more than food?
You know, oil is used in the production and transportation of food, right?
Worth more than justice?
Well, considering that you just committed vandalism, I'd highly doubt you're a part of any justice. That is a crime, you know.
Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people?
Okay, but those aren't mutually exclusive. You can do both, right?
Yes.
You can protect the planet whilst also making artwork. I don't see why you would have to choose one over the other.
Fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families.
I hope you do realize that in order to heat up those cold families, you would need to use oil. And in order to feed those families, you would need to use oil. You're failing to convince me here.
They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup.
So you decide to buy said soup and throw it on a painting? You just...
That's even more disrespectful, for F's sake. At least people... this is...
wasted it on vandalism for no reason. You know, you could have given this speech, like, outside and didn't have to waste food. That's like complaining.
No, this was a reason. She literally disrespected the people she wants to protect. I just realized it. She basically said, well, I can afford to just spill it out. Well, you're gonna starve of freaking hunger. Yeah, I don't care. This is even more fucked up than I initially thought. And I'm so happy they got shafted for it.
Complaining about world hunger, then throwing bread on the floor. It's like, you're not fucking helping. But I guess expecting logic from these people is just silly on my behalf.
Quite know what that was for.
Yeah. Just destroying other people's fun.
Once again, how does this fucking help anyone? You're just a prick. This is a live televised sport and you decide to jump on the table and throw orange powder everywhere. What is the fucking point? What is the point? What do you gain from doing this? The fact that this guy paid for a ticket, traveled all the way down there just to fucking throw orange on himself. That's gotta be a case for some kind of insanity. Jesus. And the match had to end, by the way. They couldn't continue with all this fucking orange everywhere. All the people who paid for tickets and paid to travel down here to watch this match had to go home. It was cancelled off. So, yeah, you really fucking helped out, mate. You really did help the climate with this one. Thank you for that. But they are so unbelievably unproductive that this isn't the first time for them. They do this to rugby matches, football matches, plays, and they even hop on the tracks of Formula 1 racing. Yes. They're that fucking suicidal that they'll hop on a race car track. I wish I was joking.
By the way, those people think they are morally superior to you. Yep, here, morally superior to you and me, by the way, so, yep.
This has to be some kind of cult. I mean, seriously, no one in their right mind would ever do this. Now, I'm not a big fan of Formula Racing, so I don't know the specifics on just how fast these cars are going. But judging from this clip, pretty fucking fast, mate. Why would anyone with any drop of sanity want to get in the way of any of this? Dumb ways to die. I just got a new one for you, mate. Standing in the middle of a Formula 1 racetrack. Does anyone even get that reference? Dumb ways to die? Fuck, am I that old that no one knows what dumb ways to die is? Whatever.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, mate.
Okay, this is a really retarded way to go out. Standing on a highway is also fucking stupid, but sitting on a racetrack with Lightning McQueen driving around is just smooth brain and isn't helping the climate in any way. All you're doing is giving the cleaners more work. If this thing ran into you at full speed, I guarantee you would look like a little fucking splat in the road. And it would be no one's fault but your own. Now, as they've proven time
And note, the Formula 1 cars, somebody actually explained, if this would have happened, if somebody actually hits a Formula 1 car, the Formula 1 car could kill the pilot in it because they're specifically made to actually go on this road, and anything that disturbs it could be indeed deadly to the, well, driver in it. Just because, well, they are so fast and relatively light. So, yeah.
Time and time again, they are zero help to the environment and are just nothing but a nuisance for other people to deal with. Now, they may be stupid, they may be smooth-brained, they may have no intellect at all, but at least they know what they're doing. They know they're pissing people off. They're more than aware that they're being twats to everyone. They just don't care. They've been doing this for years, and they've been called out for years, and yet they're still fucking doing it till this day. And you would expect over such a long time period that people would start to listen and stop doing this dog shit. But it's just Stop Oil. They haven't been using logic for years, so I don't know why anyone would expect them to use it now.
The thing is, those aren't people that came to their conclusion with logic. So you cannot reason with them or expect that they come out of it by using logic. So yeah.
What if someone dies in an ambulance you've blocked? Don't you feel guilty? Yes, incredibly.
So then, why the fuck do you still do it?
In a sort of roadblock situation, one thing that you probably won't necessarily be aware is that there will always be an ambulance lane factored in. So there'll be people that aren't glued in that sort of situation.
Actually, no.
Nope.
That is just not true. As you can clearly see in many of these videos, there isn't a single ambulance lane here. Ambulance lanes are actually quite rare. In fact, many roads in London don't have them. Hence why cars on the road
Not just London.
have to manually move out the way to let an ambulance through. And even if that wasn't the case, and even if every single road you did this to had an ambulance lane, it's still not a justifiable explanation to get in other people's way. You're still a fucking asshole for this.
But that's not to diminish the fact that there is potential harmful consequences about stepping out on the road.
So then why does he still do it? He's not going to answer that. I know he's not going to answer that, but doing this makes no logical sense at all. The potential harm is just not worth it.
So to my knowledge...
The logic behind it is for those people to feel better about themselves, to feel superior about the people that don't believe in the same thing that they are doing. I think it's pretty... Well, I mean, if you think about it, that's the reason behind it. That's the logic behind it. That it's completely stupid, that's a different freaking thing.
Knowledge, no one's ever been hurt by a Just Stop Oil action.
To your knowledge. To your knowledge. You will never know the circumstance of everyone's journey. Some people might have a deadline to get to. Some people might have medication they need to take like right now, go home right now. And given these factors, why even fucking risk it? I mean, all that for... What? You don't socially gain from doing this. In fact, people actively dislike you for doing this. This isn't helping your cause, man, honestly. Most of you lot are committing literal fucking crimes. Obstructing traffic is a crime. Vandalism is a crime. Defacing a literal grave is a fucking crime. You can't do that and expect the public to be on your side, especially when you offer no alternative for oil. You just morally...
The thing is, they get away with it because there are no consequences for it. No real consequences. If there was tomorrow, you could, or just somebody would say, there would be ein Gesetz where it would say, okay, you cannot be violent, blah, blah, but if somebody blocks you right on the road, you can use every thing you got to actually remove them. It would stop overnight. I guarantee it would stop overnight. Just because they would have actual consequences riddled down on them.
Grandstand and expect everyone to get on board. No, mate. It's not gonna fucking happen. These people will do all this illegal shit and then get surprised when they get arrested. It's like, oh my days, shocking. I committed a crime and now I'm getting arrested for it. Oh my days, what? No way. Fucking brainless.
It's time to pick a side. We don't have time to waste anymore.
Why were you arrested?
For sitting down with my friends after they painted a building. I didn't do anything.
I mean, you just said you vandalized a building.
Yes.
That is a crime, you know.
I sat on a pavement and now I've got a bit of
This is the same one, by the way, that actually destroyed the painting.
orange paint on me and apparently that's a crime now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Fuck. Yeah, you know, doing this is illegal, mate. But given her appearance and given her associates, expecting her to know much of anything is just unintelligent on my behalf. But oh well, Just Stop Oil. Still just as retarded as ever. You would expect that over such a long time period that they would eventually change and stop doing this dog shit. But here they are. Still doing it. And it's funny because literally 4 days ago from making this video, Just Stop Oil stated that they're gonna cease all protests, they're gonna cease all these stunts, and they're gonna finally shut the fuck up. Then literally yesterday, a guy got arrested for protesting Just Stop Oil and damaging public property. So that didn't last long. Fucking hell. Expecting these guys to be normal for any extended period of time is just wishful thinking. It's just not gonna happen. I think it's safe to say that these guys will forever be the worst activist group of all time. Yes, even worse than the vegans. I can't believe I'm saying that.
I also can't believe I'm hearing that. But actually, yeah, you're probably correct.
But anyways, guys, this is in fact the end of the video, and if you liked, please leave a like, and if you didn't, then feel free to degrade me.
Don't degrade him, come on. Leave a like though. Show him some love. You know,
in the comments. And if you made it this far until the end of the video and you aren't subscribed yet, then just fucking do it. I don't have any other convincing words. Homer Simpson, tell them to subscribe right now.
Please, just subscribe. I want to go and see my family again. He has me trapped here.
But while I'm here, I want to give a quick thanks to Subcon Fades for always being hungry. Kitsune Dev, the fucking mad lad. I love this guy or girl. I don't discriminate. And Anthony Barnes, who wants me to get a seal plushie. You know what? I said I would never fucking do it because I hate Temu that much. But with these donos, I'm actually gonna do it now. I'm gonna fucking do it. You're gonna see him next video. But thank you guys for all the donos. You lot are the fucking best. And if anyone else wants to give a super thanks, I will read them out at the end of videos. But with all that said, all my links and socials are in the description. Feel free to follow me on anything. But until next time, make sure to drink your water and get enough sleep at night.
Hey, that's something I struggle with. I need at least 1 day every 3 months, so still struggling with that. Yes, even liches need their beauty sleep. But I'm gonna be honest, Murasaki Juice, again, for F's sake, legendary. Legend effing dairy. I love this guy. Makes very good videos. There are actually a few that I quite like. A few creators. And again, I am happy that Murasaki Juice is doing better and better and better. Perfect. Happy for him. He definitively deserves more. But as it is, good night, acolytes.